Hi, my name is Brianna, and welcome to my reaction commentary channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 13 of Hannibal. And guess what? We did it, y'all. It's the season finale. We finally made it. At this point, I'm just watching to see how Hannibal is going to ruin Will's life this week. I mean, last week, my boy Will made a good friend in Georgia, and she died in a horrible air fryer incident that was orchestrated by Hannibal. Also, in the last episode, we left off with a cliffhanger on did Hannibal kill Abigail or not. I also feel that Hannibal's not done using Abigail to his full benefit, so I'm gonna keep hope alive that she's still alive. At this point, I can't wait any longer to get into this finale. But before I do, if you could do me a quick favor, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for post notifications, follow me on all my social media, that way we can skip the chit chat and get straight into the good part. Every time Will is out in the forest, I get nervous. The last time he was roaming around the forest, he ran into Gideon. Oh, that thing had like a humanoid face. I do not envy Will and his nightmares, his night sweats. His poor dogs are stressed. Disgusting! Will, have you been sleepwalking again? Also, you got that in your covers. I knew it was a horrible idea when Will checked himself out of the hospital anyways. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, is that a human ear? A whole ear? You didn't even chew up the ear? Wait, that should not be my main question. About whose ear is this? Damn. And Will called Hannibal to help him.
I went to Minnesota. Took Abigail.
Yeah, it was a bad idea. It was always a bad idea.
We went to Minnesota. She didn't come back with me.
That's why she wasn't on the airplane. But also, wait, why am I surprised? I know that Hannibal did something to Abigail. Oh, they're holding hands. Wait. My emotions are everywhere. There's a lot happening in like this first 3 minutes of the episode. It's still there. Will, I would have put it down the garbage disposal. I'm just saying. It might not be the right thing to do, but I think it's best for my mental health.
When was the last time you saw Abigail?
She said something was wrong with me.
There's something wrong with you.
I hallucinated that I killed her. But it wasn't real.
Oh, you faker!
Well, we have to go, Jack.
My poor baby Will. Don't look at him like that, Jack.
What are we gonna find in Minnesota, Will?
I don't know.
Go ahead and process him.
Oh, those words hurt my heart. It does look really, really bad. Oh, they're all sad. We're all sad because it's the worst freaking... Beverly, my girl, please help us. The dog! Y'all are horrible for this.
Right rear pocket, and a leather wallet containing $17 cash.
Will is utterly alone at this point. Everyone else is on the outside looking in. Nobody is helping my boy. Beverly girl, you are my last hope.
You called me once because you didn't trust yourself to know what was real. Certainty comes from the evidence. I wanted to be certain about who you are, but you can't even be certain with yourself.
I mean, that is true.
I thought I would get better.
He should have got better. He would have got better if he had a normal psychiatrist.
According to the evidence, I killed Abigail.
Shut up.
I'd
Stop talking.
He won't get too close. You said you would cover him.
You did. That was episode 1.
You could see he was breaking.
Yeah, you could.
and I kept pushing him because he was saving lives, Alana.
Sir, you can't cost Will his life as justification of saving other lives.
You look me in the face and tell me that you couldn't see that he was breaking?
I told you not to put him out there!
Every decision I made concerning Will's mental health, I made under advisement of a respected psychiatrist.
This started with Garrett Jacob Hobbs.
It did.
Maybe Will just did what Hobbs couldn't. He killed his daughter.
Abigail's blood is on all of us. So's Will's.
True. Especially on the Will part. Abigail, not so much. I mean, Abigail, I have conflicting emotions about Abigail. We've gone through this several times.
Hi.
Hi.
Surprised Jack let you in here.
given my romantic overtures.
Jack doesn't know. Didn't know.
I mean, I love that Jack is on the other side. Of course he's on the other side of the mirror.
Guess you dodged a bullet with me.
I feel wounded. I've been in touch with animal services. I'll go pick up your dogs in a couple hours.
Alana, my MVP. She said, I'm gonna go take care of the dog babies.
We have to do some tests.
I suppose you're going to ask me to draw a clock while you're at it.
Did Hannibal ask you to draw a clock?
He did.
Was the clock normal?
Well, draw her a clock because you have the worst clocks in the world.
Draw me a clock.
See,
Look
just
at it.
a normal clock.
It's the worst clock in the world. Don't nobody know what that is? I can't read that. Hannibal, I hope you feel bad, okay? You did this to your best friend, to your only friend, and you did not have to.
Despite the overwhelming evidence, I find myself searching for ways that Abigail could still be alive.
Oh, shut up, Hannibal. Shut up.
I never considered having a child. But after meeting Abigail, I understood the appeal.
Of having a little baby cannibal?
You were having influence on her.
I was hoping I was.
Will Graham is a loss too. You might grieve him as a loss.
I haven't given up on Will.
If they do find him guilty of killing Abigail Hobbs.
When? Let's be honest.
I mean, he did play a wonderful game and he set this up immaculately.
I was so confident in my ability to help him, to solve him.
To save him.
Isolate him, confuse him, manipulate him.
Okay, Jimmy, what do you got?
As you know, Will is a big fly fisherman, and he designs all of his own lures.
4 of the lures are made from materials, including human remains. This one is Cassie Boyle.
Hannibal, you did this too? He sat down and he started playing with his fishing lures. I thought Hannibal was doing it just to be, like, 1, a creep, but 2, to, like, create an intimacy between him and Will. But you were over here setting my boy up with DNA evidence from each of the victims. We're thinking that these are trophies of people that Will murdered. What if, I'm just throwing this out here, they're trophies of the cases he worked? A change in perspective is all I'm saying. Let's think outside of the box. As Will stands in a box.
This job doesn't generally lend itself to optimism, all right? But I desperately want to be optimistic about an alternative to what every fiber of the evidence is telling me you've done.
Okay, there's
I
hope.
can't confess to something I don't remember.
Exactly. Keep your mouth shut, Will. Don't talk to them.
We found your fishing lures. We found human remains. The human remains of Cassie Boyle, Marissa Shore, Donald Sutcliffe.
Will, I know that you don't know what reality is, but you should know good and doggone well that you did not do that.
I wasn't sick when Cassie Boyle was murdered.
Will, I need you to solve your own case.
That's not an argument you want to be making right now. My biggest fear is that we'll learn that you knew what you were doing the whole time.
You don't have to be afraid of that, Jack. There is something you should be afraid of, though. Whoever's doing this to me.
There we go. That's the right train of thought. Will, I've always loved you. Let's do this.
Could be someone here. Working with you.
So that's it. It's a setup.
It's a set up.
They know the cases. They know forensics. Or it could just be you. Then I'd be really screwed, wouldn't I?
Wrong surrogate parent. Look at the other side. Starts with Hannah, ends with Bull.
Will Graham, you're under arrest for murder. You have the right to remain silent.
Well, I knew it was coming. It still hurts to hear, though. He learned that move from Gideon. That's my boy. You know what, Will? We gotta do what we gotta do.
These are not the actions of an innocent man.
They're the actions of a man who's impaired.
Look at that. It's horrible.
It's the clock he drew for me 2 weeks ago. It's normal.
What does...
Okay, he's never drawn a circle that looked like that, Hannibal.
Well, it has periods of clarity. We've seen him lucid and aware one moment, and then the next he's not.
Could be some form of encephalitis.
Let's go, Alana.
This killer called the Hobbs house. He warned Abigail's father.
I was with Will that entire time. Before we went to interview Garrett Jacob Hobbs, he was alone in the office while I was outside loading the car with the files, but that was only for a few minutes.
It was the exact opposite, sir. I remember you dropped those files and made Will and the other lady pick them up.
Hello, Will.
Will, You're adorable, sweetie. Look at him. He's so cute.
Are you confused about who I am?
I'm not confused, I'm skeptical.
If it was just Abigail, I would have believed.
But it wasn't just Abigail.
I know who I am.
Oh, good for you, baby.
I didn't kill any of them. And somebody is making sure that no one believes me.
Damn. I'm like, yes, Will, you're on the right train of thought. Also, you're telling the last person on Earth you should ever tell this.
Cassie Ball would have been your first victim. You said her crime scene was practically gift-wrapped.
Told me everything I needed to know to catch Garrett Jacob. I wasn't in Minnesota when Cassie Boyle was murdered.
That thing is terrifying. That thing is horrifying. What the hell are y'all doing?
What did you think when you first met Marisa Shore? How much like Abigail she was? Same height.
Oh, these visuals are amazing, though.
She dreamt she saw me killing Sutcliffe, but she couldn't see my face. And then she was murdered.
She was murdered.
I'm trying to help you, Will.
Will, come on. Come on. Come on. We can do it together. Do you know? Are you aware?
Is something wrong?
I'm on my way to Minnesota. I believe that Will Graham has taken Hannibal Lecter to Minnesota.
Will thinks he's being framed for these murders. He's slipping in and out of delusion.
If anyone could have helped Mr. Graham, it would have been Hannibal. In fact, he may still be trying.
She's not wrong. She's cryptic, but she's not wrong. We're back at the Hobbs house. Last episode, we went back to the cabin. Now we're back at the house.
Are we gonna reenact the crime? You be my dad, you be my mom, and you be the man on the phone.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Take his ass down right now. Like, shoot him in the knee. Do something. Full circle, baby. Right back where we started.
It's as if Abigail was supposed to die in this kitchen. If you were in Garrett Jacob Hobbs' frame of mind when you killed her, they may never find her. Perhaps you didn't come here looking for a killer. Perhaps you came here to find yourself.
Hannibal, you're trying to paint a picture, but the pieces aren't fitting together, sweetie. This is not it.
You're alone because you are unique.
I'm sorry, or he's alone because Hannibal, you isolated him from all those that care for him.
I know who I am.
Let's keep that thread.
I'm not so sure I know who you are anymore.
Let's go! Let's go. We gotta take him out. He gotta go in the most loving way. Like, I love Hannibal, but like, we gotta do something. We gotta even the score somehow.
But I am certain one of us killed Abigail.
Whoever that was killed the others. Are you a killer, Will?
I mean, he is now. He has been ever since Gary Jacob Hobbs.
Is this who you really are?
I am who I've always been. Scales have just fallen from my eyes. I can see you now.
You can see him now? You can see? Like Gary Jacob Hobbs was like, see? Crawford. Okay, Crawford, it's gonna look really bad, but I need you to listen harder. It's not gonna go good. Nothing is, I'm scared.
This is how I go.
Will.
You don't have to. Put it down. Why? No! Everything is bad. And now he's shot in the same place that Gary Jacob Hobbs was shot, in the same kitchen.
See?
The Wendigo is back.
He's expected to make a substantial recovery.
Would you have gone to Minnesota with him if he didn't have a gun on you?
I would have wanted to.
You two are the worst parents ever. We talk about Will and Hannibal being Abigail's parents, but truly Hannibal and Jack are Will's parents, and they have effed up their kid so bad.
They're starting to see your pattern.
What pattern would that be?
You develop relationships with patients who are prone to violence.
I don't know, because she's also protecting you. Like, I don't know. Bedelia, girl. Side note, the cut of this coat, I like it, Hannibal. You look good. You're horrible, but you look good. Y'all better give me a little Silence of the Lambs parallel.
Hello, Dr. Lecter.
The scales are off his eyes. He sees you for who you are completely, Hannibal. And then you gonna you little smug smile. You gonna smug smile at Will. Alright, and that concludes the season 1 finale of Hannibal. I'm not gonna say that Will is completely recovered and at the top of his game, but like mentally he's at the best of his ability that we've seen him in a long time. And he sees Hannibal not only for who he is, but what he is. And honestly, this might truly be the first time that Hannibal sees the real Will. I mean, Hannibal really set it up where it looks like Will has killed Cassie Boyle, Marissa, Nicholas Boyle, Dr. Sutcliffe, although forget him, I never liked him. He never should have lied to Will about his encephalitis. Another question I have is, how is Hannibal able to do all of this? Like, truly, when does he have the time to do it? He's cooking gourmet meals out of victims that he has to find and kill. He constantly has friends and people from the FBI over at his dinner table to eat his other victims. He's a psychiatrist that was at least seeing Franklin and Will. He goes to his own therapy with Bedelia. And all at the same time, he's the Chesapeake Ripper and the copycat killer. Hannibal, how do you do it? Hey, special effects team, you and I are gonna have a problem if I have a dream that my sleep paralysis demon is the creepy Hannibal Wendigo. My girl Alana, I need you to continue to be Will's #1 cheerleader. He really needs someone in his corner, and I need my girls Alana and Beverly to step it up. I mean, I have complete and total faith in Beverly. Alana, you're a person that's driven by your emotions, and that can be a little rocky when it comes to loyalty, but all in all, she's still my girl, and I'm gonna stick beside her. Jack Crawford. Sir, you stress me out so bad because you're not a bad guy, but you deserve a lot of the blame, not all of the blame, and not even most of the blame because that goes to Hannibal. But Jack, you played your role and you played yourself. He's not gonna get too close to the case. Oh, you can count on me. I won't let you slip too far. Sir, why are you lying to us and yourself? Get it together. A lot like Beverly, Jack is also a person of logic, but his problem is his perspective. He can never shift it around. He can never change it. He's not that good at abstract and out-of-the-box thinking. Also, Jack is being manipulated and shaped and guided and groomed by Hannibal. Jack keeps feeling like he's doing the good thing in the long run. But when your starting point is already measured out by how Hannibal thinks things should go, you're always going to be off your own target and right on track for whatever Hannibal's plan is. This show has put me through the ringer. I've had hot flashes, I've cried, I've cared about the characters, I've hated some characters. I mean, Dr. Chilton, still don't like that guy. Freddie, it's hit or miss with her for the most part. Also, shout out to the writers for giving us some of the craziest serial killers I've ever seen on my TV screen. Gary Jacob Hobbs out here murdering college-age girls that look just like his daughter Abigail. He gets shot in his kitchen by Will only after slitting Abigail's throat, in which Will then, in this last episode of the season, gets shot in the exact same place as Gary Jacob Hobbs. I can never forget Eldon, the mushroom guy, who makes my skin crawl. It is still one of the creepiest visuals. They also gave us Dr. Gideon, the funniest serial killer of season 1, if you ask me. Oh, also all that drama between Franklin and Tobias. Still R.I.P. Franklin. Like, you didn't deserve that. Tobias, you were doing too much, and Will deserved to shoot off your ear. And lastly, to my baby Will, who's been out here struggling in these streets week after week, finally is to a place where he can at least say that he knows himself, and he knows himself enough to know that he didn't kill those other people. Even with Hannibal being a total jerk and framing him with his fishing lures, putting the evidence in there, Hannibal, that was kind of a nice touch. It was very smart. It was just like a little subtle thing. I'm just saying, he earned his evil brownie point for that move. It was smart. I mean, I'm not happy that Will is locked up, but at least Will is finally in the mental space to fight back. And now he finally also knows who he's fighting against truly. And I give Will permission to cuss out Crawford anytime he wants to, because Crawford should feel bad. In this episode, Alana was crying, Hannibal shed a few tears, but Crawford didn't cry. Will, you have permission to make him cry in season 2. Speaking of season 2, I can't wait. I definitely will be reacting and watching season 2. I hope you stick around with me. Thank you so much for everyone that suggested the show and then who watched it with me. Y'all are like the nicest people on the internet. This truly was one heck of a season. And with all of that being said, I want to thank you for watching this with me. Please, on your way out, if you could do me a quick favor, like, subscribe, ring that bell for post notifications, follow me on all my social media. That way I can see you next time with another one. Bye, y'all.